Hey, I'm the anime hero. I review anime so you can enjoy it, and here's my friend.
Mr. Falcon Punch 996.
Yeah, who just came back from vacation.
Yep, across Europe.
Yeah. Well, before I ask you about how your trip went, the way we normally do this is that we usually talk about some anime news stuff first, and then we talk about certain anime shows. However, since some of those shows already finished, we're just gonna like wing it as we go around with this shit. And the full topics are in the description, so you can see everything there. Then you can just skip to the part you want to listen to. So yeah, Falcon, how was your trip to France and Rome? I forgot where you went.
Yeah, I went to London, France, and Rome, and it was pretty damn awesome. London was great. Rome was beautiful. I went to the Vatican, so went to
Oh,
the museum, saw all those nice pieces of art, walked where the Pope went.
yeah, Alexander
Accidentally went.
Anderson's like his occupation place.
Yeah, and then I didn't realize there was this like fountain for holy water. I thought it was just like a fountain for like normal water. So like I go up to it, start washing my face in it because it was hot, and there's like these people looking at me like, "What the fuck, bro?" And then I realized like, "Oh, this is holy water." So I was blessed for the day. And then France was I'm not going to judge it too badly since I was only there for 3 days and didn't get to do like everything there. But I think France was like pretty overrated.
Oh,
Like the place was kind of dirty. People weren't really the most friendly, and like the food was outrageously pricey. Like we paid $30 for like the most greasiest and disgusting burger I've ever had in my life. And as an American, it disappointed me. We take our burgers seriously, man. I'm like, step your game up, fucking France.
yeah.
But, the pastries though, those are 10 out of 10. Would eat and get diabetes again.
Mm.
But, yeah, that's it. But, like, Rome was probably my favorite. I had the best pizza and pasta I've ever had in my life.
Oh,
And, yeah. Oh, yeah, and I saw the Big Ben, which is something I've always wanted in London. I saw the Big Ben, which is something I've always wanted to, my entire life. However, upon seeing it, I'm like, this thing is smaller than I thought it was going to be.
oh,
And then I realized I'm probably spoiled because I live in Dubai, and in Dubai, like, everything's big. We have the world's biggest everything, so I'm
yeah.
just spoiled. And now when I go to these national monuments, I want to be like, it looks tiny. But, that was my vacation.
Yeah, Statue of Liberty, it's too small.
Yeah, it's too small, man. I'm like, step up your game.
Meanwhile, in my case, if people have been following me on the Twitter or YouTube or whatever, I went to the doctors, had my arm checked out. They said the X-ray said there was nothing wrong with me.
Oh, yeah.
So like,
Yeah, I remember I saw that video.
Yeah,
I was like wondering. I'm like, I hope he's okay.
I'm kind of wondering. That's the thing, because it's good for there to be nothing wrong, but at the same time I can feel, but no, there has to be something wrong. Otherwise, like, why am I feeling this way? So, but I don't want it to be that serious. But at least to acknowledge that it's like it's not in my head. But supposedly it might be a nerve that I somehow injured, and then the second time around, there was actually a lot more helpful comments in the YouTube video this time around with and everyone kind of said the same thing, that it might be just because of lack of exercise, or well, in my case, I stopped exercising like 2 or 3 years ago, so I guess that's the reason. And then me getting older, because it kind of dawned on me. I'm thinking, wait a minute, am I 26 or 27? I already forgot.
Well, I mean, they always say exercise, no matter what, is a good thing. And I know my trainer, she's just like, if you get sick, it's not your body's fault. It's because, you don't work out enough. And if you work out, you'll never get sick. You'll never feel crappy.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm really seriously trying to think, am I 26 or 27? Oh, shit. I think I'm 27. Wow, see, I'm that out of the loop now. I don't even remember my own age.
Well, see, sometimes I get tripped out. Like, someone asks me my age, I'm like, I'm 19, but I'm like, no, wait, I'm 20. Like, I don't know. I think that's that's why it's very important for birthday cakes to have the numbers on them. That way you can like reflect back on them, like, oh yeah, okay, I'm actually that age.
Yeah, because I was born in 91, so technically I should be following the year no matter what.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, so yeah, I have to be 27 then. Oh man, that means like I don't know, it's still a while away, but it's to me I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna turn 28 pretty soon. I'm like, shit, I need to do something with my life. Oh no, I'm getting closer to 30.
I know, it's like when you're in your 20s, the pressure is on.
Oh, middle-aged man. I don't know. But yeah, there was that. So, okay, so like I was super paranoid about my whole arm thing because there was like so many things going on in the stuff that I was watching, and it was just like, okay, so I recently finished Speed Racer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. It kind of grew on me by the time I finished it. So I'm like, it's one of those anime classics that I'm not sure if it's that it's really a must see. You know, like how some shows are like, you know, it's great for its time, or like it's still great now. Me, I'm thinking, I don't know quite yet. Because I've been trying to write a review for it. Like, I'm nearly done writing it. Just like, I guess my final thoughts about it. But anyways, there was one episode where I noticed in the beginning of this episode, this is one guy, he's walking around and he had to fight some thugs and he always kept losing his left arm. And then in the middle of the episode, it's revealed that he damaged his right arm. And here I am thinking, is this a sign? What's this foreboding show? But by the end of the episode, like, his arm recovers, and they're just like this sign of relief for me, myself, but at the same time for, you know, that's what kind of made the episode good, is at the very end he says, my arm is back, is healed, I can use it again, I can move my arm. So it was just like, sort of like a miraculous moment for him. So I'm just like, man, I hope I can feel like that too. Yeah, because I've been taking medication, and the thing is, the first 2 or 3 days, I took the medication wrong. I was there was one pill that I need to take twice a day, the other one just once. I was doing it backwards. So I think that might have been the reason why I had sleeping problems. But yeah, but now I think I got it back in order, because it was weird, because one day I had it all right, but then like the following days, like, oh, can't go to sleep again. Here we go. And then, now I want to sleep. And so far I've been getting that on track, because I almost fell asleep earlier, actually. Like, but I was telling myself, I was laying on the bed, which is something I shouldn't be doing, and I was watching, like, some random YouTube videos, and then I started thinking, wait a minute, this isn't part of the video that I'm watching, and then I think I woke myself up with that. So, yeah, I don't know. So that's my side of the story. So while you've been having vacations, I'm like, oh shit, what's gonna fucking wrong with me?
You know, kind of like wondering that during my vacation though. I'm like, I hope you went to the doctor and like you came up with an update video. I'm like, oh, okay, that's good.
Then I got sad too that same day, because that same day I also visited my grandpa from my dad's side, and he's not a good sight to see, and the way he is now. Yeah, and, yeah. I guess that's too personal if I were to go on with that, because I'm just kind of curious how my dad feels about his dad, because, I don't know, because, basically, like, Grandpa is not, like, very healthy anymore.
Right.
So I'm just gonna, like, I feel like, like, bursting into tears just looking at him, while I'm kind of wondering how my dad felt, because he didn't seem that worried, or either that, or was he like holding stuff in? I have no idea. So yeah, I don't know. That was my experience on that day. But yeah, let's go back to some more nicer stuff. Actually, well, before we go to the nicer stuff, you don't know how many comments I got for the American videos list. It was so mixed. Some were like, you hate Trump, and like, oh, I love Trump. And then it's like, and then others like, oh, this is a really good list. And then, I don't know, there's so much mixed bag of stuff.
Yeah, that's why I try avoid.
Yeah.
Because, like, personally, I just have Trump fatigue. Like, I see Trump, and I'm just like, like, I don't even care what he's doing at this point. I just see him so often. Like, you just turn on the news at any point in time, and they're talking about Trump. But talk about something else, will you? just don't care anymore. Like, I just hear Trump, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm zoning out. But, like, it's like these days when you mention him, it's like, it's some kind of trigger. It triggers people.
Well, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. But then again, I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't realize that video was from last year.
Yeah, it's true, too. Like some YouTube commenters and whatnot, like, I don't really think they, like, observe everything, like, time, date, and all that.
Yeah. I don't know. Shit. Okay, let me rewind a little bit. Oh yeah, news. Let's go for that. Anime news.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so here's a simple one relating to Space Patrol Luluco.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we got some Anime Expo stuff now that I remembered. Yeah, we got some of those too. But yeah, Luluco. Yeah, it's going to have an English dub, and Funimation is gonna release it.
Which is interesting because like most of the I want to say Kill la Kill got dubbed first. I was going to say that was the first thing from Trigger to get dubbed, and then Little Witch and Trigger Kill la Kill got dubbed. But I think that's the first thing that Imaishi has done that Funimation has grabbed. Maybe it's like Viz or someone else.
Well, what about Ninja Slayer?
Oh, right. Well, I mean, that wasn't directly Imaishi. I mean, I think he worked on it, but I don't really think he was the director.
Well, he's bound to work on something. Yeah,
I mean, if it's Trigger, he's there.
Yeah, just like, hello.
I mean, he helped, organize the studio, so he's in everything.
Actually, let me check if there's anything else with the Luluco stuff. Blu-ray, DVD, the first of okay, October 10th. That's when it comes out.
I don't think there's a cast out yet, though.
No, it's still too early for that. Or if there is, it's probably somewhere else. But I'm not gonna bother with that. And the other recent news that happened is that not only is there gonna be a well, there's a couple of stuff happening with France. I mean, we got that Cobra movie that will or will not happen.
Right.
But now we have a City Hunter live-action movie by France.
Yeah. Which is interesting, because, I mean, I have a feeling they might do a slightly better job than the Hong Kong movie.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we don't get... Unless they get Jackie Chan again.
Dramas.
they bring back Jackie Chan.
I think he should make a cameo, though. That'd be nice. If he just made a cameo.
He makes a cameo dressed up as Chun-Li.
Yeah. But, like, in France, I think it's, like, it goes by a different name. It's, like, Nicky Larson or something like that.
Yeah, that's the name. And, like, the Fist of the North Star French dub, City Hunter dub also had, like, some... intentionally mistranslated dubbing.
No.
Yeah, it has to do something with, like, I remember there was an article once either on Crunchyroll or Anime News Network about City Hunter's French dub. I think a lot of the dialogue was changed to something related to food products or something along those lines. I forgot.
Oh wait, I don't know what's up with them in like these food product translations, because I remember the North Star one, it was like Fist of the Butter Knife or something like that.
Yeah, at times like eggs are hard.
I'm like, I don't know, maybe like the translators are just hungry while writing the script. Like, I don't feed them, it's like, hey, just translate all of this.
It's like, can we at least dub Toriko? Like, no. Oh. No French dub.
Stick with this Nicky Larson good guy.
Yeah, Nicky Larson. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then I was kind of a little disappointed by the anime Land of the Lustrous, which the plot of it to me sounds like the Steven Universe anime before there was Steven Universe, but it's going to be a CGI show.
Well, I knew that early on because like I think they announced it a while back, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but the thing, well, it still looks good from the trailer because the trailer's released. But the thing is, I would have preferred the 2D animation that they released in a long time ago for a commercial for the manga. So it was an animated commercial. I was like, that looks nice. But at the very least, this one still looks nice too. I mean, it's no it's no Berserk. Let's put it that way. And so, and it doesn't look stiff. It looks more. The animation actually reminds me of the CGI used in Sailor Moon Crystal, especially when it's very colorful.
Oh.
So yeah, I think it should still be a visual treat regardless of its format. But anyways, while we're on the subject of France, there's some Lupin the Third news.
Right, that just came out of nowhere.
Yeah. And the Anime Expo, I think it was in the Expo that they confirmed that, like, hey, Lupin Part 5 in France.
Yeah, back where his grandpa's from. Going to the roots.
Yeah. But, I don't know, to me, it just raises so much speculation, like, of, like, well, what we're gonna get. Like, I know the picture showed Lupin in a blue jacket, but will he really keep it blue, or would it actually change in color?
Yeah, see, that raised the question for me as well, because I'm like, when I heard the news, I was kind of excited. I'm like, oh, we're maybe gonna see him in a new jacket, and then I clicked them, and it's like, oh, it's still blue. I'm like, okay then.
No black?
See, like, I thought maybe he's still in blue, because it's like a continuation of part 4, like, this is still kind of like part 4, but then they're saying part 5, so I'm like, okay, it's a different part entirely.
But
So,
I don't know. I'm kind of worried that since I've seen him in blue, I'm thinking like, oh no, please tell me this won't have actual continuity from Italian Dream, because I don't want to see Rebecca or any of those characters anymore. I really don't.
Well, I mean, I don't think Rebecca per se would show up, but I have a feeling if it is within that same, I have a feeling it probably is. Within that continuation, and Nyx might show up just because he's like what was he, an Interpol?
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know, what was he?
MI6.
MI6. I have a feeling he might just show up just because.
Yeah.
But that aside, yeah, I'm hoping though if it does have like a storyline, it focuses mainly on just like Lupin and his family, like maybe there's some kind of like conspiracy going on in France and Lupin has to check it out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm mainly hoping for, because you just can't put Lupin in France and then like not do anything with that kind of storyline, because that would be like a major just waste.
Yeah, we need to do something with Lupin the First, and maybe, hopefully, something with Lupin the Second.
Like, I'm hoping they bring that story from the manga where, like, Lupin the Second tries killing the third.
Yeah.
That would be, like, a very interesting storyline.
Well, I don't know. I'm kind of hoping at least something like that to happen in the Koike movie versions.
Yeah, that'd be good too. Actually, yeah, I'm hoping for that storyline to mainly happen there, because they'll probably do that storyline more justice.
Yeah, or hopefully if it's like, if it's not like, going one spray of blood when it's like, a little all over the place.
See, Spray of Blood just needed more time. It needed, like, if it was an hour and, like, 20 minutes, would have been, or maybe that's a bit too long, but if it was just a bit longer, just 50 minutes, would have been good. But, yeah, so that's with Lupin. I'm trying to remember how the image looks. I think there were sheep in the background.
Yeah, there were sheep, and it kind of resembles like that Cagliostro scene when they're like waiting by the tracks in the opening. That's what it kind of resembles. But
yeah, I like Cagliostro as much as the next person, but I'm like, and I know the guy who directed the part 4 worked on Cagliostro, but I'm like, can we please just move away from it?
Well, we can't, Falcon, because the Cagliostro's in the news. Yeah, Castle Cagliostro coming to select theaters in the U.S. in September.
Yeah, but not where I live, unfortunately.
Yeah, but
I can force my anime club to go see it, but no.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering, like, which dub are you guys gonna use? I'm just hoping it's the dub that I like. It's the one that doesn't have David Hayter. That's actually the one I think the dub is actually better with. But I don't know, the David Hayter dub is like well, it's not bad per se, but there's definitely a lot more swearing. So I'm kind of hoping it's the other one they're picking, the one with Bob Bergen as Lupin. Because I remember in the David Hayter version, there was actually like besides swearing right off the bat, there's like this. I'm pretty sure I'm not remembering this wrong, because there's a line where this one guy, the Cagliostro's butler.
No, right?
There's one line where he's arguing with him, and then he just tells Cagliostro, "Look, you can rape me later."
What?
I'm pretty sure he said that. It was just like such a what the fuck line.
What's going on in this castle?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyways, Castle Cagliostro. Once specific like locations and tickets become available, I'll see if I can go to one. Or I don't know. Maybe this time I could actually take take my family, my parents, and my sisters. Maybe I don't know. To see the family friendly one, not the greedy mean Lupin, but the family one. The one where he's such a nice guy. Nice guy Lupin.
To the point where Monkey was like, well, if I had made this movie, Lupin would have raped someone instead. Like, oh, Monkey Punch.
Yeah, calm down.
Son of a bitch.
Put your monkey down.
Right, dude. Stop it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, when people say, like, oh, I wish, the anime was more like the manga, I'm like,
No.
Like, you know what, it's fine. Just keep doing your thing, man.
Yeah, we don't want to go
Just keep doing your thing.
We don't want to go that far. Not that close.
I don't think you could air, like, a proper... If that was the case, I don't really think you could air it. It would be too, like...
Pornographic. It'd be a porn. That's basically what it would be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lupin the porn.
Yeah, that could work.
Oh, no. Here we go. Lupin the third. Yeah, that's the porn parody name. But yeah, I like. Is that it for news? Because I want to say there's something else. Oh yeah. Like maybe did you? I'm assuming you heard of the Fooly Cooly news.
Yep, I saw the trailer as well. Well, see, because like Fooly Cooly it's a really important series to me. Like I watch it at the end of like every year, and like the thing is like Fooly Cooly, like the whole story behind it, what it represented, the production of it and everything was like so unique and full of meaning. It's kind of hard to recapture something like that. And not only are they trying to do it then, they're going to do it more because it's season 2 and season 3. So like it does raise concerns as a fan. And like I do know they have, the pillows are coming back. That definitely needed to happen. And some people who worked on the original are coming back. But it's like I'm so worried for this because it's like Fully Cool is generally not the type of series you want to see a sequel for, because like the way it ended, the way it just feels like its own thing. It can just stand on its own. It doesn't need anything. And for the longest time, it was that. And then this is just coming out of nowhere. So it is generally concerning, but I do hope the best for it, because I love Fully Coolly, and seeing more of it would be pretty good. But yeah. We'll just have to see how it all works out.
I'm kind of curious how wild it can get from that point.
Well, cause I remember when I first watched Fully Coolly, according to everyone in the anime community back in the day, it's like, oh, this is the weirdest show ever. And like, I mean, you know me, I've probably watched way more insane, crazy shit than that in my time. Like, for Fully Coolly, I think the more you rewatch it, the more you understand it, so it becomes, like, less weird, and you just understand it a whole lot more. So I'm wondering if the new season's going to have that same effect.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it's just going to have, like, that kind of tone to it, or is it just all going to be more coherent? Because, again, it's a season 2 and 3, so, like, again, how does that all relate? And then you got this new character, so, yeah, we'll see. But Haruko's back, so I guess that's a good thing.
I remember the first time I heard of that series was like it was in high school.
Right, yeah, that's actually when I watched it too, high school. It's a good time to watch movies.
Yeah.
Get that impact. Well, I mean, technically it might be more impactful middle school, since that's the Snapchat. Yeah.
Yeah. Going through puberty.
Yep, and having dick-shaped robots come out of your head.
Yeah.
You know? Just another day.
Just another erection for the day.
Yeah, you know. I sure loved it when my erections came out as giant robots.
Like, hey, it's a giant robot. Whoa!
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, if the real world was like that, man, we'd be fucked.
Whenever someone has an erection, oh, it's a mechanical beast, look out!
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of mechanical beasts, like, oh yeah, Mazinger Z movie. It's like, I don't know, the news is still pretty vague, because, oh wait, we already talked about this last time, but yeah, I guess I'll just mention a little more here, is that apparently the movie is supposed to have a worldwide release before Japan, but they've been super vague about it and secretive, so we don't know anything other than, yeah, we plan on doing that, but when will it happen? I don't know.
If it does get a worldwide release, I really, really hope it comes out where I live, since,
it should.
I know everyone here is a fan of Grendizer, but, you know, Mazingers were made into Grendizer, so, like...
Yeah, I mean, like, without Mazinger, they wouldn't be Grendizer.
Yeah, I know, but, like, Grendizer is, like, so integrated in the culture. There will be, like, these artists, and, like, it gets to the point with these artists where I'm like, I'm not even sure if they know it's an actual anime series and not, like, something in the Arab culture. But there will be, like, traditional, like, people doing wall art and everything, and you'll see, like, Grendizer right there, or there's, like, this shirt store that does, like, all their shirts are related to, like, Arab culture, like, Arabs are so cool, and Arabs have swag and everything like that. But then there's a couple shirts that are just Grendizer wearing a turban. So I'm just like, they're fans here, so I'm hoping if there is a Mazinger movie, it gets a release worldwide, I'm like, bring it over here. Also, there was some Mazinger news, which I remember they were hinting at, that I was kind of, like, getting excited for, because I know they were crowdfunding something. I'm like, oh boy, I wonder what they're crowdfunding. It turns out they just wanted to make, like, a balloon replica of a Mazinger Z. Now I'm just like, really? You have to crowdfund something like that? Like, that seems rather lame. I mean, like, it'd be cool if it's, like, an actual statue. Because, you know, in Japan, they have those, like, giant scale models of, like, Gundams and whatnot.
Yeah.
But, like, no, just a bunch of balloons. I'm like, it's kind of weak. Like, can we just get, like, a bronze statue or something? I don't know.
Well, there was that, like... Remember there was a certain figure of Mazinger Z that was made out of, like, platinum, I think? Or gold? I know there was something, like, last year. I don't remember now.
Yeah, I mean, that's it with Mazinger Z. And then for Devilman Crybaby, it was weird. When I was on my vacation, their Twitter, they had this, like, post saying PV2 in July 10th. But, you know, July 10th came and went, and there's still no new PV. And, like, I think just yesterday, again, their Twitter released an image saying that Devilman Episode 6 just recently got finished. So, I'm not sure if we are getting another trailer. I keep on checking the news, like, eagerly. Yeah. I'm like, are we getting another trailer yet? But,
I'm kind of wondering, maybe they wrote it, like... I don't know, because I know the Japanese have, like, a weird way of writing their dates, or maybe it's supposed to be October 7th, 2017, maybe?
You know what? That actually could be true, because I realized, because where I live, I'm not sure if it's just different parts of the world, but they actually write the month first, and then the date.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I think Americans, or at least the way I'm used to it, was, like, the date first, then the month, and the year. So,
yeah.
maybe you're right. So in October, which, you know, I guess is a better time to release a Devilman trailer.
Yeah, we'll see, because, I mean 2018 is, like...
For, like
2018 is, like, getting closer. Oh yeah, and also by October, that's when Devilman Grimoire gets released over here.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, 7 Seas released their, their little newsletter where people could vote for what they want to see licensed next. Yesterday. Which is, like, I think is a really cool idea. I think, like, more companies should actually start utilizing something like that, since, you get a feeling of what people actually want to buy.
Yeah, so we're just excited about stuff that's like still in the dark about.
Yeah, I know. See, it's always the stuff you don't know about that you're excited the most for.
What I do know is that Anime Expo did finally confirm after a whole fucking year about the JoJo Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders dub premiering on TOONAMI this month in July.
Right.
Yeah. And because I was talking to Lunar the other week or 2 weeks ago, I forgot. But because then I remember, wait a minute, it's been a whole year since they released that Polnareff clip at the Expo, and it's like, holy shit.
Oh.
Yeah, it has been a full year since that Polnareff clip was like, roaming around the internet. And then there was this, it's like, well, it's about time, because there's some clips on YouTube, one with Whole Horse, one with Enya, and yeah, I think it was just those two. I want to say it was a third one, but yeah, it was with Yellow Temperance. Yeah, that was the third one. And what was kind of surprised is that Enya is actually voiced by the original voice actress Rita Repulsa.
Oh.
From Mighty Morphin days. I was like, oh, okay.
I guess that's fitting.
Yeah. Like, if only she had the arrow, it'd be like, well, then again, she does have a staff, so maybe like, Golden Arrow, make my stand grow! Yeah, and I guess Dio is Lord Zed, I don't know.
Yeah.
It will destroy the Stardust Crusaders!
I mean, like, I know a lot of people weren't too crazy about the JoJo dub, but, like, Patrick Sates as a Dio, I feel was pretty good.
Yeah.
For, like, an English equivalent. I mean, because, like, Koyasu in the Japanese version, it's like, it's really hard to beat him. Like, that dude was practically born to be Dio. But, like, in terms of, like, an equivalent, it's pretty good.
Yeah, because I am curious about the dub because, well, I'm gonna watch it anyways, obviously, since it's Crusaders. That's like one of my favorite parts, just because of like it's like that's probably more the animes that is most manliest in terms of like art style, and it never gets that detailed ever again. Well, I don't know. We'll have to.
Part 4 had moments.
Yeah, but we'll have to wait and see if like the 5, 6, and 7 are animated like in a more masculine fashion or something. But who knows?
I highly doubt 5 will be.
Well, I don't know. Maybe. As long as they have thick outlines, then maybe they can pull it off.
Maybe that's why it's taking so long. They're like, how do we make this masculine?
Yeah, because
we still don't have that part 5, news that would break the internet.
Yeah. Well, because
I want to see it taste like a liar animated.
Yeah, because one of the reasons I always knew that it wasn't gonna come out like this year was because like Diamond Unbreakable, it's still too early after it ended, and also the home video releases haven't been fully released yet. I think they only finished this month or the following month. So obviously it's like it would be weird to have an anime premiere while the other show still hasn't been like fully released to home video.
I mean, like they could just at least allude to it. They could just post like a picture online. Like you don't even have to make a trailer. Just be like part 5 coming out sometime.
Yeah, no, they haven't done it because I'm gonna be kind of upset if like the first piece of news we get is the exact same thing they did with part 4, where it's just like the title and a fucking map. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, like, I kind of wish JoJo did, like, what, like, part 1 and 2 did, where, like, at the end of it, there's, like, a, kind of like a little trailer for the next part.
Yeah, they haven't done that anymore, which is, like, pretty upsetting.
Which, like, sucks. I'm like, why can't you guys do that? Like, I know that's, like, the way the manga was, like, at the end. Well, I don't think part 2 did that. I know part 1 did that. But at the end of it, it's just like, oh, there's Jason. But,
no, none of the manga actually did that.
Oh.
No, they just like end. They just I'm not even sure there was a to be continued logo at the end of part 1. I'm not sure.
I know the to be continued thing. I think that was like what part 3 that started it, or
yeah, that was yeah, because I remember that's when they were throwing it in like in all their fights. Because I think the first time that actually happened was with the Wheel of Fortune stand, the guy with the car. And I want to say that's where it first started.
Maybe.
But I don't remember. But yeah, Stardust Crusaders, though, that's something I'm excited for.
Yeah, that's coming out. And then, well, I guess we're talking about Anime Expo. Trigger announced 3 new animes.
Oh, yeah.
So we got this one that they're pairing up with A1 Pictures, though I forgot the name for it. But it's okay, because it's not as important as the other 2. Because one of them, they're actually, strangely enough, they're turning a tokusatsu series into an anime, which is something I've always wanted to see, especially since I've gotten more into tokusatsu, and they're doing I think Gridman or Grindman. Not exactly, I forgot the name, but it's like this Ultraman-ish type series. Yeah. So, that's interesting to see, and I wasn't expecting Trigger to do something like that. So
yeah, especially when they announced 3 of them. I'm like, yeah, we got 3.
Yeah, but only 2 of the 3 I really cared about. So that one I cared about, and of course the next one, the most important one, is the one that Imaishi's doing. His next one, he's teaming up with the guy who wrote Gurren Lagann. So that's going to be the hypest shit ever. So that one I'm looking for. And then I know they announced 3, but I guess technically there's 4, because earlier they announced Inferno Crop Season 2.
Yeah.
So, Trigger's doing its thing. I'm going to watch everything. Even that other anime that we mentioned that I didn't know the name for, but, I'll watch it too. New studio up and coming, but they've been doing great so far. I know that a lot of people made fun of Ninja Slayer, but after watching it, I think more people should actually watch it.
Yeah, okay, so it's Gridman. Wait.
Yeah, Gridman.
What was it? Okay, the full name is... Well, actually, that's what kind of surprised me was the name was Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad Gridman. That's the full name.
See, I know, I think, the Ultraman series and stuff like that, they have, pretty long full names.
Yeah, because, over here in the US, we did have something called Superhuman Samurai Squad. So, I don't know whether it's directly related to that. Because that was a tokusatsu show as well.
I think maybe. I heard some news that, I don't know. With tokusatsu in the West, it's always weird. Because we never really bring, the full thing over.
No.
We take chunks of it.
Yeah, and because we had, VR Troopers and, a Big Bad Beetleborgs and a little bit of Kamen Rider. But it was never, I guess accurate would be the word for it.
When you think about it, that shit's more extreme than, the Funimation dubs for, those shows, This is not just calling a rice ball a donut. This is just, removing everything Japanese about the show. And just taking the fight scenes, and that's it.
And then adding our American footage on it.
Yeah, slapping in, American footage, American people.
Yeah, the A1 Pictures is called Darling in the Franxx.
That one, yes.
Yeah, and the last one, which is the big one, is called Promare. And what I found interesting is that it kind of looks like an Alt Might type of demon in the background.
Oh, yeah.
And it's it has that same hair. I'm just like, why?
I really want to know more about this one. Because, that's going to be Trigger's, next big thing.
Yeah.
That everybody's going to talk about. Anime is saved once again. It's going to bless the earth with its presence. So, yeah.
Yeah, they haven't released a picture for Darling in the Franxx at all.
Yeah, I don't know. That one, we gotta see. I think it's a sci-fi romance or something like that? Or I know it's sci-fi related, but I'm not sure about
They just say sci-fi, that's it.
Oh, okay. So, again, we'll see. Maybe it might be good. Again, Trigger is good. I know a lot of people shit on A1 Pictures, but when they want to, they can make something decent. Not every, because I know a lot of people call them, the McDonald's of anime, because, everything they do is, super standardized. A lot of, those light novel adaptations and Sword Art Online and all that shit. But, they do have some good anime under their belt, like Space Brothers and Interview with Monster Girls.
Yeah.
And then other news. I'm not sure Anime Expo wise, but there are 2 video game news announcements that came out recently.
What were they?
One of them was for One Piece, to celebrate that 20th anniversary, in which I realized that I am the same age as One Piece. So that's something. And so now I could basically tell people, I'm like, hey, how old are you? I'm like, I'm the same age as One Piece, baby. And then Gintama is getting a video game.
Oh yeah, which I found kind of strange.
It's ending, so you gotta milk that before
Yeah, like
but
that
the
movie.
game is going under Gintama Project Last Game. Because, like, Gintama, when they get something, it loves just saying final. Gintama the movie, the final chapter. I'm like, we know that's not true.
Yeah. When will it all end?
Yeah, like, at this point, like, I used to love Gintama. I mean, I still do. But it does need to wrap up, I think. But then again, the animes won't come back. It's just like certain things for the last season. I'm like, yeah, your ass needs to wrap up.
Yeah.
Either that or just go back to being a comedy. One or the other.
And leave Shonen Jump for good. Then it'll just be, Tsukashi and Oda.
Yep.
The last ones.
Yep. And even then, Togashi can't really rely on, because, like... Well, then I guess Hunter x Hunter is back, so that's something.
Yeah, but for how long?
And then even then, like, whenever I see a new Hunter x Hunter chapter, like, I don't even feel motivated to read it. I'm like, yeah, you should have ended a long time ago.
Because to me, like, I find it strange because some of the writing in the story, like especially by the Chimera Ant arc onwards, it feels more like he's writing a novel because since he's being very descriptive of like everything,
right?
It doesn't really make sense to have that like in a manga. It makes more sense like if it's in a book because
See, that's the one thing with Togashi, like in Hunter x Hunter. Like sometimes he gets like too descriptive, and like, buddy, like. It's cool and all, it's great, but like at the same time, it's like, geez, dude, like when you take like an entire chapter to explain a power system, it's like, bro, it's simplify. Like it makes sense in your head and everything, but you have to understand people are sitting down and reading this. And again, like in a novel that would make more sense, but like in a manga, you have to like look through all those speech bubbles, and that kind of gets exhausting. But
it does.
Yeah, and then what other news is out? Because we got those two games, and of course PS4 and PS Vita. It's like, when it comes to anime games, it's a safe bet it's coming out on the PlayStation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of like PlayStation, like the only other news I could think of is Little Witch Academia for the PS4.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's
and
released in the West.
Yeah, and currently only the first 13 episodes are available on Netflix. Like I don't know when the last 13 are supposed to be available.
Yeah, like, I heard about that, so I checked out the dub, because I forgot how it sounded. But, like, to be honest, I mean, I'm not really the type of person to shit on dubs. I think that's, like, a really low thing to do. Yeah. But, like, I don't know, I felt like the dub could have been better. I mean, I like, Erica Mendez as Akko. But beside that, like, I don't know, some of the other people, like, it just doesn't sound that good.
I was more concerned with Chariot more than anybody.
I don't know, like, I didn't watch, like, the entire episode, like, I just skimmed through parts, so I don't know, maybe if I sit down and watch the dub, it might be better. But, like, some parts of it, I'm like, this could have been better. Like, I don't know, the Netflix dubs so far haven't really been, like, the greatest, Like, all of them could be better. Like, there's a couple
cyborg
people, that's good. Like in 009, like in that crossover, I'm like, Johnny Young Bosch. I'm like, yeah, okay, that was good, and like everyone else, I'm like, that's questionable.
Well, to me, the only questionable one was just Devilman.
Yeah,
that's like the only one I have a problem with. That and that one girl, that one actress they played to pick, the dying Sachiko girl, because like she was so high pitched when she said it, like I'm just a corpse. It was like ridiculous, but. Yeah, I was alright with everybody else, but then Call of Justice is like, well, time to redub everybody.
Which is weird, because again, it's like Netflix dubbing it. It's not like it's a different studio, like, why couldn't you just get those people again?
Yeah, and then, Ganso, which yeah, different, we get everybody's new.
Yeah, so, but then again, at least Akko is alright, but then again, I'm not sure if I'm just biased because Erica Mendez, because I really like her, and her Twitter is awesome.
Yeah, because she's Pac-Man.
She's Pac-Man. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I think that's one of her earliest roles, actually, more than anything.
She's Pac-Man, Ryuko, and, whatchamacallit.
I forgot what episode it was, but I know there was one scene where she was speaking as Ako, and then for the middle of her sentence, it just turned into Ryuko for a bit. Just like, wait a minute. Like,
oh yeah, she's gone. Yeah, she's gone.
Yeah, gone freaks. So, I don't know. I just found it hilarious. It's like, hey, your Ryuko is showing. Whoops.
Whoops.
Yeah, better slip that back in. Better save that for some other character. But yeah, like I saw like about 5 or 6 episodes of the dub, like all the way through, and like honestly, the only problem I really have is with Shining Chariot, because she speaks differently. Like I think it's still the same actress, but she speaks differently when she's as Chariot compared to like the way she sounded like in the the first short and the Enchanted Parade.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she might be trying to speak with a French accent. I'm not sure, but there's definitely something in there. And then when she's like as oh my god, I forgot Ursula, right? That was the okay.
Yeah,
so when she speaks as Ursula, she speaks kind of like a little too low, which it kind of works to like if she's looked at timid, but when the emotional scenes, like I don't know yet. I don't know. I just gotta wait until like those other episodes show up, like that way I can like properly compare.
Right.
But yeah, I have heard like some people say the same thing. Like back when I mentioned Little Witch last year in 2016 with like the Halloween stuff, that some people were like kind of mixed on the dub too.
Like I just kind of wish the dub was picked up by like Funimation or Sentai or someone that would probably do it like has like a nicer pool of voice actors. But and then probably the release for Little Witch will probably be better. Because like with Netflix, you have like they kind of take their sweet ass time. Whereas if Funimation picked it up, you would have got like the single cast and all that. So people who watch things legally, they wouldn't have to wait forever to see Little Witch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why people were really mad when it first came out, because everyone had to resort to like torrents and online. Since like, Netflix was gonna release Little Witch Academia, but they would not stream it on its premiere. No, they're gonna wait till it's fully aired. Like,
And on top of that, if Netflix is not available where you live, you're fucking screwed, buddy.
Well, yeah, because then again, there's also region stuff.
Yeah, I mean Netflix works where I live, luckily, but still.
Yeah.
And then there's like 2 more pieces of news I think we could talk about.
There is? What else is there?
Like, technically the other piece of news I just want to laugh at because it's so funny. But like the real one is that Studio Pierrot or
Piero.
You know how you properly say it. Yeah, they're doing the Black Clover anime. You guys don't know, Black Clover is that new hot thing on Shonen Jump along with Academia. It's about magic.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something to look forward to. I mean, like I read a couple chapters of Black Clover because like I wanted to get a feel for like some of the new things that are on Shonen Jump. Even though I've been slacking on that because there's like 3 new Shonen Jump series. And it was like your pretty typical stuff. I'm like, I don't know, I'm hoping the anime will like just go through the first couple chapters and like in a couple episodes, and after that it gets good. Because it's still ongoing on Shonen Jump. Because that's always my concern when it comes to Shonen Jump when a new series gets released. Like, I don't feel like reading it right away. Because you never know if it's going to get canceled or not. Like, that's why when Hero Academia came out, I waited a long time before I started reading it. Especially since the author had 2 other works that got canceled on Shonen Jump. I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to wait until this thing, like, passes 100 chapters, and then I'll check it out. That way I know it's safe. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Because you just don't know Shonen Jump. Like, it's so cutthroat that even the biggest series could get axed at any moment. Like, unless you're One Piece, like, you better be scared.
Yeah, that's why I don't bother like reading any of the new stuff that pops up, just like because I'm not even sure if it's gonna be around long enough.
Like, if it was on any other magazine, like, okay, because like I don't think others are as like that cutthroat. But like Shonen Jump, it's like if you're the new kid, man, you gotta like do everything in your power to make sure you stay alive. You know, if you want to play with the big boys, you gotta get tough. But yeah, so that was a major piece of news. The other piece of news I just find hilarious. That's even a piece of news.
Oh, what is it?
Sword Art Online, Ordinal Scale. Director teases Blu-ray may show Asuna's nipples.
Oh.
when that becomes a source of news, you know that's. Oh god, that's hilarious. Like when I saw that, like I got a good laugh out of it. Like really, the director has to come in and be like, "Hey, you know what? On that Blu-ray, go see some nipples, man."
Yeah, but he's implying that there might be. Yeah, but
Maybe.
Yeah, so I'm like, what a. Someone's desperate for attention.
He hasn't even confirmed. Like, watch, the nipples probably aren't even gonna be like drawn nicely. It's just gonna be like 2 dots.
Duh.
So, yeah, there you go. That's a nipple. But or maybe they just CG the nipples. I don't know. That'd be interesting.
Or it's censored.
But, yeah, or it's still censored. But I mean, I haven't watched Sword Art. I know everyone shits on it. I mean, I just don't really have an interest in it. But yeah, I find that hilarious. And like, that's a way to get sales. Like, hey, this character that I'm pretty sure is underage is gonna have their nipples shown. Please buy the Blu-ray.